And we're live for another show.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another little show. My name's Martin,
My name's Jay.
and we just thought we'd jump on. We're going to do a little announcement tonight. I'll let my esteemed colleague take the lead on that one.
I mean, everybody seemed to love the Chinese takeaway sort of poll that we did, picking the Northeast's favourite Chinese takeaway. So we've decided to extend the series and do quite a few of them. So the next one is going to be pizza shops. I think we agreed that it was going to be any 28, 29 and 30 were going to be the postcodes that were included. And we've got a bit of a short list going. Obviously, we ran a poll for people to start nominating, and a couple of people did nominate, so I know that Posh Pizza's in.
Posh Pizza's on, yeah.
And there's another one, I think it's Miami Pizza.
Miami Pizza's on, yeah.
That got nominated. And then I think Callum nominated someone, but I can't remember who it was.
We'll make sure it's on the list anyway.
Yeah.
So basically what's happened is I went on Google today, tried to find the top 5 from each postcode according to Google, but I've had to extend the shortlist slightly because there was a couple of places with like the same star rating. So I basically thought, well, it's a little bit unfair to pick one over the other. Why not just make the list slightly bigger?
Yeah.
So we've got a shortlist of 20 at the minute.
Excellent.
So people have to jump on the website and make sure their favourite wins.
Absolutely. And I think this time we're going to change it ever so slightly in that the post that the poll is on, you'll have to click into the account before you're able to vote. Not so that we can see who's voted, because that's not how our website works, but more just as a security mechanism, because the website had a little bit of trouble on one of the days when the old poll was out, where it looked like the page might have been getting attacked. Something wasn't quite right, and my servers...
Is that the Facebook security
it wasn't
message that we're getting?
It was the Facebook security message, but also at my server end, it just seemed like something was trying to vote like over and over and over and over again, and the website just blocked it. So it's a security mechanism built into our site, but just to make sure that it's all nice and fair, it's literally just going to be a case of it'll come up with a pop-up asking you to make a little account. It takes you 2 minutes, and then once you've got your little account, it'll just redirect you back to the page that you're meant to be at. You can sign up with Facebook, or you can, if you want...
I was going to say, it's basically the same as signing up Facebook and stuff. So
you can sign up with Facebook. You can literally just click the blue button, log in with Facebook, and if you don't want to do that, you can create a user profile. All your details are stored on a secure server. So
I've just seen a little pop up there. Our #1 viewer's back. Hi, Callum.
Hey, Callum.
Hi, Sophie's there as well. My friend Sophie. So I don't know if she's watched any previous ones. So welcome, Sophie.
Who knows? Callum, you'll be able to tell better than anyone else. How does everybody sound this evening? I'm pretty sure you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I've decided to go with a Bluetooth headset this week just to try and make my audio a little bit better, because it was terrible.
And I've decided to go with a little fancy thing around my neck, because I had it lying around.
Jay's getting a little bit ahead of yourself and starting to think we're like YouTube pros and that. But
I'm clearly the anchor man. What are you on about?
Obviously, mate. Yeah, it's all good.
In fact, I might just be the next Scotty T, because, you know, I've got his book.
That's a look like you have to tag him in the comments now. Advertise to thousands of viewers now.
Thousands of viewers, I wish.
You never know. You never know.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. But
so, I think that was the main subject. Just announcing the takeaway for the pizza shops.
Absolutely. I'm hoping that we'll be able to tag all of the pizza shops, so they can all be aware of.
Well, that was the thing. Unless I missed some on my little list, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 that have definitely got Facebook.
Winning. Excellent.
So, unless I've missed some, 14 of them definitely get tagged.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, we can get the rest. Maybe so we can drop the URL off our website or something, because I know some of them had websites.
Well, we'll be able to link them just next to their name. I'll be able to link their names and things, so you can click into their pages and stuff.
That's why you do what you do, and I do what I do.
And I think I'll have to get the winners lounge put on, so that there's actually a page for all of the winners.
So they can interact with each other.
So that everyone can go in, and I'll just connect them all together so that everyone's in there. I think it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it, because at the end of the day, it creates a little bit of a buzz for some local businesses, and at the same time, we benefit from it in a way as well, because we've got people coming through our website. So
it's traffic for us, and maybe a little bit of acknowledgement for that pizza shop. So,
and I think it's important. At the end of the day, pizza shops are one of the very few things that have survived lockdown by just being normal for most of it.
That's right.
You know,
pretty.
And maintaining that normality for me, someone with autism, having a little bit of normal in my life has been a godsend. I'm not gonna lie. But
so, in terms of like going on about normality, obviously everybody knows the big day is upon us tomorrow.
Oh God, yeah.
What do you think? I mean, I've got plans for tomorrow. I certainly don't intend on having a wild one, but I have got plans. What's your viewpoint on it?
I mean, as you'll know, I've been decorating my house.
Yes.
I've destroyed me back in the process, but my house looks nice, so it's okay. Bathroom's done, a beautiful turquoise. Although Stevie will go mental when he hears the word turquoise, because apparently it's teal. But same thing to me. And then I think tomorrow, really, I'm not into the pubs anyway, but right now, because of the medications I'm on, I can't drink at all. I'm not allowed, because I'll probably just keel over and die. Like, it's...
I can't imagine it being a good cocktail, mate, after
quite extreme.
You just what's on. So
It's quite an extreme list of meds. So tomorrow, my mother-in-law's coming over and she's going to help us with decorating the front room because we need to put the wallpaper up. So
all right.
that's our
And
tomorrow.
obviously, you and Stevie are a bit.
Well, I'm just incapable of doing
I'm
wallpaper.
polite way to say that invalid's not really. That's a bit too far, isn't it?
I mean, I'm pretty broken, like, but Stevie's all right. It's more a case of neither of us have the first clue how to put wallpaper up, and his mum seems to be like the expert in the family. So
I honestly thought you had done it before.
nah,
I really thought that decorated your old place.
nah.
No? Oh,
That
wow.
that was just how it came. Same with this one. It's
Ah,
just how it came, but
I have just got round to it. Sort of.
2 years in and we're just finally decorating.
Hello, Darren, mate. That's my cousin just jumped on there. So, hiya, Darren. I don't know if you've watched one before, but welcome to the show.
So yeah, that's really my tomorrow. To me, this whole thing, and I think we touched on it last week, this whole thing about giving me name and address and me phone numbers to random
Yeah.
pubs, it just isn't for me. Like,
It's not for me either, mate, to be fair.
I'm just
It's
not about it because
nah.
obviously the kind of job I do, I know how data protection works, and I'm 99.9% certain that pubs do not have GDPR training like
No.
what you do in call centers or in admin centers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I
Like
just feel
the
like it's a disaster waiting to happen.
the reason, like obviously you've had similar training to me in the call centers and stuff. Obviously
Yeah,
yours is a bit more than mine because you've pushed on further than me. But
yeah,
the first thing you get told is do not use a pen and paper.
yep,
Because wasn't there a big data breach? I can't remember which company it was, so even if I did, I wasn't going to name it anyway. But there was a big data breach where there was a fire at one of the buildings or something,
yep.
and like loads of documents got blown, like however many miles away from the building. It was all like phone numbers and bank details
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
it
Yeah,
wasn't somewhere you and I had worked, but it was somewhere near
no,
where you and I had worked.
I
Their office
I knew
down south had
I
it.
knew I had to work there. I couldn't
Uh,
remember the name. I was
um,
going to try and name it anyway, but yeah,
Unfortunately, I don't have a beeper yet to censor with, so we've just got to be careful. I'll work that out eventually. But no, it was somewhere where we worked. The building next door had a data breach, and that was what it was.
yeah.
Somewhere had caught on
It was
fire.
a massive data breach, though,
Oh,
wasn't it?
it
It
was
wasn't like a little.
huge.
It was a proper breach.
Aye, it was
But it was
massive.
like proper miles away though.
Aye, like
Yeah.
people 50, 60 mile away were getting sheets of paper with just random details on it in their garden.
It's just not good. Like, and that's why most of it's whiteboards
Yep,
in most call centers now.
yep.
So all the details can be easily wiped off.
Or if you're like me,
Or,
I
or,
just have two screens and one of
or
them has a notepad on it so that I can just type and then I delete it when I'm done.
See, I used to always think I was quite a good multitasker when it came to computers and stuff, and
Uh,
then trying to like fill your notes in and do that and do this, got scrambled for a while, and then probably took us about a year, and I was starting to get the hang of it, and then I changed jobs. so, so it was a bit of a counterproductive thing, really. But
it
yeah,
was.
it's
It
all
was.
good.
Davey says this is like watching paint dry.
Yeah, do you know who that is? You know, David Jones, Dillman.
Oh,
That's his dad.
oh, right.
Yeah, so he's a boring old shit anyway, so I wouldn't worry about him.
But
Welcome to the show, Davey.
everybody gets the same
See,
love here.
he's had a shout out now. He'll be telling all his mates in King Street that he's famous.
But yeah, so I mean, it was one of those ones where I was just like, nah, I don't fancy it for purely and simply A, because of that, and B, I can't see the point. Like, if I go to the pub, I want to sit with the likes of you and all of our friends and just have a
Try and have
chill,
actual fun.
not be feeling like every 30 seconds I'm getting breathed on by someone because I'm not sitting where I'm meant to be or something stupid, you know? I far sooner wait until it's a little bit more relaxed than it is now and we can
Yeah,
kind of, at the very least, mingle, you know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't feel
yeah,
like it would be a nice experience right now. So I'm literally going to be watching paint dry tomorrow instead because that sounds like more
yeah.
fun to me. Um, you're going to a birthday party, I think, aren't you?
I am going to a birthday party. It's socially distanced, so everything should be sound. We're not gonna like be out till 1 o'clock in the morning and out like that. So it's not as if we're gonna go mental. It's just something that's managed to be arranged for, and
At
it's all
least you've
good.
managed to arrange something. My birthday
Yeah.
consisted
But
of taking.
it was totally out of the blue. It was totally out of the blue, to be honest. But it's happening, so
Well, you know what my
um,
birthday consisted of?
I do. It was quite fun, though.
My
Stevie's was
birthday.
fun.
My birthday wasn't fun. I took him to the dentist
Yours,
twice.
aye. Yours was standing in my driveway having a bottle.
Aye, pretty much.
But yeah, Stevie's was fun.
Stevie's was good. We managed to have a nice little garden party, which was good. Um,
Yeah,
and we had pizza from one of the nominees,
we did.
so that'll be
So,
good.
let me quickly jump onto, because I know you wanted to mention some of the website updates that you've managed to bring in.
I did. So I don't know how many of our viewers have actually found our website yet. So if you haven't already, if you go to littleofficial.uk, just written how it is on the page, you'll land on our website. Now, I have done so many random things to this site since we started it now, it's unbelievable. But if you go on there now, it's designed in such a way where some of the posts are things that we talk about on the show, like this. Our Chinese takeaways, they go on there, so like the takeaway winners and things like that. But also on there, we've got the little store with the hoodies and the caps and all of that. Which I was very excited to see the first one of the other day because my friend ordered one of the hats, and I was like,
Really?
"These are very cool." Um, so that paid for
What's the quality like on them, mate? Because I've never actually seen one.
crisp. I'll send you a
Mm.
photo. I think I've got a photo of it. But really nice. With them, they're not manufactured by the company I was originally going to use. They're actually manufactured by a friend of mine's little business. He's got his own printing and embroidery business, so he's manufacturing them for us. Again, it was one of these ones where I was like, okay, we can support another little business while we create our own little business
Yeah, yeah,
alongside it.
definitely. That's
So
what we're about, mate.
I made the move to them because they were the same price. So I was okay with that. But the website itself now, if you go on there, it's a little bit of a blog. So you've got posts from me, like I post random stuff about cleaning products and computers and ideas for little bits of technology when things change. Uh, Martin is quite well known for posting an It's Friday meme or something along those
Yeah,
lines. All
something
our
along those
videos go
lines.
on there, and alongside that, we do a lot of little polls. The polls get posted on at the page, but they also get posted to a Facebook so that everyone can see them.
Yeah, I've
Um,
been sharing a lot of them to Twitter as well, just to.
yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, our Twitter at the moment doesn't have a lot going on it, but we do have one.
Yeah, I haven't really interacted with Twitter a lot. I don't even interact with my personal one, so
Nah, I don't really
I
like
think
Twitter.
I do like this is something. Um, it depends who you follow, I
Aye.
think, because there's a lot of what you like celebrities,
Mm,
and
mm.
they don't really interact with their followers. I know they've got a lot of stuff going on, but a lot of them don't take the time. Where I've I've commented on a couple of Ricky Gervais's posts,
Mm.
and he's actually like it's not specifically at me, obviously, but he's took the time to say, "Oh well, thank you." Like I watched
Aye.
season one of Afterlife.
Right.
I found it like, although it's a very dark subject,
Mm.
the way that man found humor in the subject was absolutely amazing. Like I'm not gonna lie, I cried at that show,
Yeah.
and I put a comment on, sorry, a tweet saying thank you very much for the way you've made that show. It'll connect with a lot of people, that kind of thing. And he actually took the time to write as a reply. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So
it's always
it's
nice when celebrities reply.
takes the time like that.
My favorite reply ever on Twitter has to have been from Innocent Smoothies.
In essence,
They are my favorite tweeters of all time. Michelle, you're quite right. We probably should, but with everything going on at the moment, it just hasn't been practical to actually get it all organized and do things. But
yeah.
now everything's going back to normal again. I think in the next couple of weeks, me and Marty will be putting an order in for quite a lot of the stuff that's on our store.
Yeah.
Um,
I certainly want one of the hoodies because that's my kind of thing anyway.
yeah,
I think we need, if for me personally, I need to find a snapback, not a baseball cap.
I think we could work with that.
Ah, we'll be able to sort it out.
Oh
But
yeah,
I mean, I can deal with baseball caps anyway. But
yeah.
my personal style, I prefer snapbacks. But it's all
We'll
good.
You know my collection.
I, I've seen some of your collection.
Yeah, my collection used to cover
But
an
yeah,
entire wall in my old house.
yeah.
So yeah, the website is growing as time goes on. There's a lot more on there now. You will notice there are a couple of ads. They're now not quite as aggressive as they once were, because I've worked out how to manipulate them and put them where I want them rather than them just being
Uh,
everywhere.
have you managed to figure out the header bar problem? Have you?
Yeah, so at one point they were actually pushing the header out the way. Now, not so much.
So
They kind of appear below a lot of stuff just as a little banner. Um,
yeah,
if the advert shows you something that you like the look of, absolutely click it. But obviously, our advertising agreement, if you like, with Google tells us that we're not allowed to actively promote clicking ads. But just so you know, they are there. If you go on
uh,
the website and you've got ad blockers turned on, it will ask you to unblock the ads just because it helps us out a little bit. I mean, the revenue we're making at the moment is something like 23p a week out of them, but it's a little something, you know, it's a little
yeah.
something. My target's to try and make it about 60 quid so that it pays for the hosting for the site free. Yeah.
Uh,
um, but it's a little something there. The website's got a few extra bits on it. I'm going to be posting some more things on there. I'm going to take some of the things off of my TikTok now that Martin's put a couple of his TikToks on. I think I'm going to put a couple of mine
eh, I only put one TikTok on, and the only reason I put that TikTok on was because I genuinely had two shots at that TikTok,
on.
and the first shot I had,
Hmm.
I tried to do it with a full bottle of Heineken, and the bottle was too heavy,
Right.
so it kind of didn't bounce anywhere. It
Aye.
sort of just like
Boom.
just fell off the bottle, and I was like, right, well, no bother. But it didn't smash the bottle, so I used the same bottle again because it had like half the amount in.
Aye.
And as you can see on the video, if anybody's watched it, I don't know if anybody has,
I mean, it
but
was kind of cool.
yeah,
It was kind of cool.
as you can see by my reaction, I was quite surprised I caught it myself. But
I was
yeah,
pretty chuffed with that one, to be fair. I was like,
yeah,
yes, that'll do.
yeah,
um, so, yeah, the website, like I say, there's lots going on there. If you can't find us on a particular social network that you use, if you click the buttons on the website, there's one for every social network we're on. You can email
yeah.
us on there, but who emails anymore? Let's be honest, it's about as out of date as Post at this point. Um, so yeah, feel free to have a little look around. If you notice anything that you don't like, anything you think we might need to fix or
Yeah,
change,
I think that's the main one for us, isn't it? It's all
yeah,
right us in our site's this and our site does this, but even though we do use it like a little bit of the time,
aye,
if people aren't happy with the way it's interfacing, could they please let us know? And then
absolutely,
obviously, like what happened with Nico the other day,
aye.
that was quite a little good little help out for us, wasn't it?
Well, we would have never known. Nico was trying to sign up for an account and something just wasn't quite working the way it was supposed to, and we would never have known that it was doing that because on our devices it's always just worked.
Yeah,
After a little bit of tinkering with Nico, we managed to make it work within the space of about 5 minutes, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, it was pretty quick. It was
Just
pretty quick.
tinkering about. So happy days with things like that. If you do notice little bugs, things that aren't quite playing right for you, give me or Martin a shout, give the page a shout. We'll be able to work it out and fix it. You know, at
Yeah,
the end of the day, the website's only as fun as its users are. So the more you guys tell us what you want to see, the more we can do it.
that's the one.
Um, like I say, I think we'll put the pizza poll on tomorrow afternoon at some point.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I say, I'm decorating tomorrow, so I won't be in.
Well, I can throw
Aye,
the poll up if
aye.
it's not a problem.
Either way, we'll work it out.
I'll, I, I've got the list of names anyway, so if you want me to throw it up, it's not a problem.
That works out. Just either way.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, I was gonna quickly say, obviously, like jumping on what Davey said a bit, saying it's like watching paint dry. We are gonna try and not always just be talking. Obviously, we did that little food challenge last week with the spicy crisps and stuff. My nephew has gave us a few little ideas about reaction videos, dad jokes,
mhm.
stuff like that. Cheesy chat up lines was mentioned. There's also going to be, hopefully, I'm trying to find some that aren't like ridiculously overpriced, but MREs,
Aye.
so like meal replacements. There's a guy who we watch quite a lot, me and my family. You also watch him as well, called the Crazy Russian Hacker.
Oh, I love that guy.
And he like a lot of people send him MREs
Mm,
from different countries, and one of his sections is to taste these MREs. And
yeah.
there's a, I can't remember the name of the other guy. It's Steve something, and he buys really old MREs, like 60-year-old and stuff, and he
Aye.
still eats them. It's a little bit like you can see, like there was one he was doing the other day, and he opened and it had on the packet meat cube, which instantly to me, like,
Lovely.
I mean, if I was in a war and I needed to survive, oh, meat cube, get in. But when you look at it and it's like grey on the outside, and you think,
Hmm.
okay. And he's like, he smelled it and he's like, and then he went, ah, bollocks, and he took a bite out of it, and he went, oh, actually, once the saliva from your mouth hits it, it doesn't taste too bad. And you're thinking, yeah, mate, but it's 60 years old. But
My favourite ones.
that's part of the entertainment. You want like I don't know how many reactions and stuff we got from last
Mm,
week's,
mm.
but what you want somebody to be in pain, like
Aye.
when something like it's not ill, but like if I put a banner on now, Red Hot Chili Challenge, and I ate a Red Hot Chili, and then I'm sitting here going, yeah, well this is not hot. You're thinking, well what why am I watching this?
Yeah, that's not.
You want somebody to be like bathing in milk, basically.
Yeah, no. Let's not do red hot peanuts
No,
again because
let's not do Red Hot Peanuts again. I've actually still got some left, right? Because I've been pick. I mean, I'll have to check them. Yeah, I was gonna say I can't imagine them going off as long as I wrapped up. But
aye,
I have been picking little bits out of it.
this was the
Oh,
worst thing I'd eaten in a very long time.
I'm not gonna lie, mate. These peanuts, right? I got ghost pepper ones.
Yeah,
You got the Maruga Scorpion, didn't you?
yeah.
So ghost pepper used to be the hottest chili in the world. Naga ghost pepper, that's what it is, right? That used to be the hottest, and then I haven't kept up with what the number one is now, but as far as I'm aware, the Maruga Scorpion is, which is what you've got.
Hmm.
So,
And
like
then
it says
some
on the
crazy person decided to make a whole bunch of hybrids of chili peppers and make some super spicy ones.
yeah,
That's not normal. Don't do
yeah,
it. Just
yeah.
stop.
It's just cross nation just to be stupid, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
That's basically what it is.
that was one of the things that I wanted to mention.
Go on
In
then.
the comments of this video for next week's segment,
Yeah.
we've been discussing this, me and you, Marty, about having a what the hell is that section.
Oh
So
yeah.
I was in Lidl the other day, or was it Aldi? I don't remember. It was a German supermarket. Can't remember which one. And they had a
Somewhere.
product in there that was basically a cat flap, but it was written in German, and when you read it, it looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is we want to have a what the hell is that section, and what I'll do is I'll
Okay.
take the images that are sent to us and I'll inlay them into this video alongside us,
Ah,
a bit
that's a clever.
like when we put the chat screen on. So when we put the
Yeah.
chat screen on, you'll see we slide to the side and the chat screen comes up on the other side, which it should do in a couple of moments because I've put it on, but there's a delay. Um,
Yeah.
so for us, in real time, you won't be able to see what I'm
There you
talking
go.
about just yet, but it will flip in a second.
It's got on there now.
Oh, there you go. So now you should be able
Yeah.
to see us on the left and the chat screen on the right. It still hasn't caught up on my computers here.
It's all right. It's online anyway. So yeah. So
Who's
yeah. What Jay's going on about there? Obviously, me and him have been looking for basically pictures where you look at it and you think, how's that happened? Like, has somebody not been thinking about what they're doing?
mm,
So a lot of ones I instantly found were like supermarket ones where like I'm not going to give them all away because it'll spoil it, but
aye.
it's basically a, a merchandising header with the completely wrong product underneath, and you just think, well, how's that happened? There's a person that actually goes around the store and checks
Yeah,
stuff like that, and it's still going on.
I
So
know it's weird, isn't it?
yeah.
So that's
So
my thought. It's the what the hell is that section,
what the hell
and
is that?
so
So if people want to post suggestions.
either proper random things or things that are in foreign that clearly shouldn't be in foreign. Like when I was in B&M's the other day and I saw a series of like tea caddy type things, but they were all in
Mhm.
German. Like the actual words on them were printed in German, and I was like, surely that isn't made for the UK market. Like, even the
I've been
packaging was
sent
all
to
in
the
German.
wrong.
I mean, I don't think B&M's even in Germany, if I'm being totally honest.
I couldn't really tell you.
So that's what the hell is that going to be? That'll be hilarious if we can get it going. And what I'll do is every week on a Thursday, I'll compile the pictures in, and it'll be like a slideshow inside the video, and then me and Martin will have a little bit of a crack on about what the hell is that. And anyone who wants to join in with that is more than welcome. All I ask is please keep it at least PG, because, you know, Facebook don't like it if we start veering out of the PG world. And
Well, you know what I'm like, mate. So for me to have managed, what's this, 4 weeks now,
aye,
without breaching some sort of Facebook
community
thing,
guidelines.
yeah, I think I've done all right.
Aye, we're not doing too badly. But I think that was it really this week. It wasn't really a particularly
It wasn't
heavy
even meant to
show.
go on this long, was it?
No,
So it's just
it
one
was
of them
supposed to
things.
be a
We'll
pretty
get
short
started.
show.
We're like two old women. So,
Absolutely. But that's half the fun of this. That's half the
yeah,
fun of it.
I've had fun again anyway. So
Absolutely. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
yeah,
If everyone else watching enjoys it, that's their problem.
yeah. Apart from Davey, who he's probably actually gone to like stare at his doorstep or something now. So
Ah, it's fine. But no, thanks very much for watching, everyone. And
yeah,
we'll see you again next week.